I was giving a presentation to an audience of parents, and one of the parents told me that their adult child was out of touch with reality. And I asked, what do you mean by this? And they said, well, my kid wants to become a billionaire like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. And the parent asked me, well, what do I do about this? How do I make my kid realize that they're out of touch with reality? And I see this quite a lot with individuals on the autism spectrum. We can have these grandiose ideas and plans and visions. I myself have been there, done that. And sometimes what we imagine for ourselves is real, and we absolutely believe that we can achieve that. So today's video is going to address that. We're going to talk about how when someone on the spectrum is being out of touch with reality and when someone on the spectrum really means it, and whether as a parent you should encourage that or discourage them from pursuing dreams that could otherwise be perceived as outrageous and out of touch with reality. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Arman. I am on the autism spectrum, and for 10 years I have run an adult social activities group for other individuals with autism and Asperger's syndrome. Anyway, unrealistic, out of touch with reality expectations. Before I delve too much into this topic, let me give you some examples of some of my own goals in life, and some that have been unrealistic and some that I've either completed or am working towards right now. At one point in my life, I wanted to become president of the US. Now, was I serious about that? No, not really. But I said that. And then another out of touch. Now, this one was very out of touch and outrageous. I, at one point, wanted to create a teleportation device like you see in Star Trek, so we wouldn't have to worry about traffic and we could go anywhere in the world without having to use airplanes or cars. It'd be pretty cool. One day I could be in France, the next day in Japan. Of course, obviously I have no idea how to create something like that. So those are some examples of really outrageous goals that I've had. And I know many other people on the spectrums have been known to say things that are quite out there. But anyway, I've also had realistic goals like writing a book, and I'm still working on it, but I will get it done. Making a documentary. Right now I'm in the process of making a documentary, and it will get done. So those are more realistic goals. Now, depending on your child, you might say, oh, my child can't write a book, my child can't make a documentary. Well, you never know. The other day I met someone on the spectrum whose goal was to make it to the Olympics and be on the Olympic track team. So some people might be like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get to the Olympics? But I told them, you know what, that's a great goal. I think it's great that you want to be on the Olympics. Work towards that and push yourself. So anyway, your kid has unrealistic goals, these ideas that don't mesh with reality. Now we're going to talk about that. Well, number one, how unrealistic is their goal? Can it be achieved, or along the way, can they get somewhere by working towards that goal? So for the person who wants to become a billionaire, that's, I think, a fabulous goal. Now, maybe the parent doubts that, but I think that's more about the parent doubting themselves than their child. I mean, okay, I don't know what this person is like in real life, but hey, if you want to become a billionaire, that's great. Instead, what you can do as a parent is, hey, you want to become a billionaire? Let's look into this. Let's see how to make some money. First, if you want to become a billionaire, you're going to have to make $1,000. So how are you going to make $1,000? If you want to make $1,000, you're going to have to make 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000, then 10 million, then 100 million, then 1 billion. So you have to have goals and a plan, a strategy to work towards those goals. So break it down. And as a parent, instead of discouraging them and saying it's impossible, well, maybe you could encourage them by saying, okay, how are we going to get you to get to 10,000? And together, as a parent, you can work with your child. You can go on YouTube, find books from the library, find articles relating to their interests. I'm going to use the $1 billion example for one, but it could be anything at all. They want to become a master Lego builder. Whatever the case may be, start small, work your way up. So in the $1 billion case, as a parent, you and your child will watch videos together. You'll find articles and you'll read through them together. You'll take steps together. And then you'll see if your kid really wants to do that. Maybe they do, and maybe they're going to work towards that. So rather than saying, oh, my kid can't do that, it's impossible, I say, see what your kid can accomplish. Maybe they're not going to become a billionaire, but hey, what if they made $100,000? What if they made $1 million? That's completely realistic. There are a lot of millionaires. I mean, it's hard to become a millionaire. You know, there are millionaires out there, and there are new millionaires born every year. So I don't think it's impossible. It's probably maybe improbable, but hey, rather than saying, oh, you want to become a billionaire, we're not going to, screw that, I'm not going to help you at all. It's okay if your child doesn't 100% reach their goal, but what's not okay is just being like, you're out of touch with reality. Whatever, it sucks. I'm sorry, it's lame. I had my goals, and my mom told me that, she wouldn't encourage me because she felt that if I failed that I would get hurt, and that it's better to not try rather than to fail and get hurt. To that, I say you should try, and if you fail and you get hurt, you're gonna learn from your mistakes. Yeah, it sucks sometimes, but the best way to learn is by trying, and along the way, yeah, you're probably going to make some mistakes along the way. Things aren't always 100% going to go according to plan, but you know what? That's how you grow, that's how you learn, and that's how you actually work towards your goals. I see so many people on the autism spectrum whose lives are stagnant. They have these dreams and aspirations, but no one is encouraging them. I mean, some of these goals and aspirations might seem unrealistic, and some might seem realistic, but either way, they're not being encouraged. There's no one there to push this person. If you really want to help your child as a parent, the one thing you can do is to say, okay, this is what it's going to take to achieve your goal. Are you going to do this? It's like leading the horse to the water. You lead your child to the water, to the goal. You show them step by step how to work towards it, and if they follow through or they don't. Sometimes they have it in their mind what they want, but they don't know how to get started. A lot of times what we need, what someone on the autism spectrum needs, is someone there to hold their hand in the beginning to guide them on that path. I think it's more important to guide someone on the path than to just dismiss them entirely. And I know that to you it might seem 1,000,000,000,000% impossible, whatever your kid wants or whatever they say their goal is. But what if they do achieve their goal? What if they prove you and everyone else wrong? It's possible. And wouldn't you rather they proved you wrong than to live an unfulfilled life, talking about what they want to do but never doing it because they're not encouraged to do it? I don't know. I mean, that's for you as a parent to decide. But for me personally, I think the best thing you can do is to point them in the right direction. The truth is, you don't know what your child is capable of. And I see so many parents, they're trying to shelter their child and hide them from society and hide them from reality. That's not cool. I get it. I understand you might have a belief as to what your child can and cannot do, but if you really want your child to thrive, maybe you can take a chance and see what they're really capable of. Even if you don't think they are, they might surprise you. And finally, if their goal is something really unrealistic and something that they aren't serious about, they're going to give up on it. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I don't really want to put in the work for it. They might instead gravitate towards a different goal. They might have a different vision in their head. But if you never guide them in the first place, if you never help them to work towards that goal, they aren't going to achieve it in the first place. With that said, I want to tell you that I believe in your child. I believe in you, if you're on the spectrum, or if you're a parent, or an educator. Whoever you are, whoever's watching this video today, I believe in you. I believe in your goals, and I absolutely believe that you can achieve them. So with that said, I thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and also share with other people that you think will benefit from it. Thank you very much, and have an awesome day of awesomeness. Thank you.